Yes. This is the Rastafari Samurai, never leaving you dry in your eye. Prove this message, nation. What? We are here once again on the Uncouth Roots, and we have the hosts of the show. Introduce yourselves, y'all.
It's your girl, Rita Pearl, in
Mm-hmm.
the dark.
Definitely in the darkness over there, Miss
The
Empress.
darkness, the bomber
And
cloud.
But
this
I'm
is the
here.
wise ass, you already done know, the Rexdale Rebel Impenetrable. Bless up,
Rah,
everybody.
rah.
Welcome to our show. Now, definitely, again, I will definitely put out the disclaimer. This show does not reflect anybody who is showing this on their platform. Our views are our views. Many
Correct.
people may not agree.
Correct.
Some will agree, but of course, they're going to say censorship does not agree. But we shall remain the same of who we are, which is the uncouth truth.
That's
All
right.
So, going forward, just making sure if your children of underage, please seek parental approval. And discretion is advised, people.
That's right, because
Okay.
we gonna say what we gonna say.
All right.
That's right. No delay. You know what I'm saying? So this is like part 2, right? To the
Mhm.
last show, right? Not true?
Part 2.
Okay. Yes, sir. So where did we left off at?
We were talking about relationship deal breakers
Okay.
Yes.
and the difference between MCs
Mm-hmm.
and rappers.
Okay. All right. Z. So let's get to the deal breaker thing here. Let's continue on there before we get to the other media news and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Right.
So what up with the deal breakers? We left off on certain good topics on a good note, yeah.
Oh yeah, we were talking about a few things. We were talking about body odor, breath. Mine was, if I have to ask you, is it in yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, remember that? Yeah. What else were you saying? What were you saying, Impenetrable? What were you saying?
I remember I was like not doing with none of that like anal stuff or even like bati. And then the next part where Crown brought up where it was like having like abusive like sex, like somebody boxing them or hitting them. And
We were
he
talking about
definitely
choking.
said like the
Choking.
choking.
Mhm.
It was definitely one topic
Mhm.
that has discretion. So yeah. For me, I would say another type of like deal breaker relationship or even like maybe like a sexual thing then for me.
One.
But I could say even for a couple of guys and they would like to question this. How is it that like women want to say them want a big guy, but them no want to ride? Them want the big man for like them a lay down and take it or go out and doggy style because them they say like the rider I just go and bother them and I'm just like
So yeah, honestly, guys, you have to understand that when a man is hold on a second, I'm coming. Hold on. Okay. This is a loaded one, Impenetrable. This is
well yes I definitely had to bring it
now, okay.
because the way now the reason why I'm saying this is because remember now how the ladies them are wind up on a dance as if like them dep on it and all them thing there too and I sit there and I'm like me know say una not ride it so at all the way una go and sit on the dance floor so come on now
Okay. Again, so it depends on the size of the man.
Oh really?
So I'll be honest with you. If the man is bigger, it's harder to be on top. Like, honestly, like, it's a difference between feeling it in your gut and feeling it in your brain. That's the difference.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
real talk. Like real
Yeah,
talk.
that is real talk.
It's
Then. Yes.
difficult with the men who are I was talking about the is it in yet, but the on the flip side, it's like abuse when they're so big.
God. What
And
do
not
you
and not
say there? What do
all
you
I'm
say,
saying is
Rastafari?
you need to when you're big like that, you need to take time. Slow. Like why y'all gotta go like crazy? And some of us can't take it. Some of us were not made that way. Some of us are shallow. Have you been with a woman who is shallow? Someone you just can't, for no matter what you do, the whole of you is not going in.
Bomba clot. That
Yeah.
sound like terror.
Yeah,
There's girls out there like that.
there's
So
definitely women out there like that still.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So yeah.
Interesting.
Well,
There's
I'm still on that deal breaker though. And I know enough of the next man, them still I said that too.
Mm-hmm.
okay, listen. I don't believe in being a lazy lover. You should never.
That's what it
I
comes
mean, a
down
lot of
to.
ladies, like the
Yes.
ladies who are out there laying there just taking it. Like, I'm sorry, ladies. Like, that's not fair. That's not fair. You gotta put something into it. Do something.
So
Lay
some
Gotta,
there with your legs
assertiveness,
open.
gotta
as you would
work.
say, not being aggressive but assertiveness. Like,
What do you
yeah, like,
mean? That's what's gonna make your man want to come back for more. What you don't under? Come on now, let me put you on game, girls. I could put y'all on game. A lot of y'all women just fucking lay there and then wonder why their husbands don't. Mm, so yeah. Oh,
oh
and that
boy,
wait, and
Rastafari.
that
I
goes,
think she's preaching where a lot of
no,
men are saying
wait, and that goes for men
amen.
too, not just
No,
for
there are
women.
some lazy dudes though, still. Yes.
Boy,
I've heard some ladies talking about some lazy men where they just lay down on the side and I do it that way. They're not even trying to do any other type of thing or ways and all
yeah,
that. And the
or
woman's
missionary
like,
all the time, or it's
Mhm.
the same stroke all the time. Come on,
so
Wow.
give me a
Interesting.
little adventure.
a real talk though, still. I hear from ladies
Mhm.
saying that though, yo. There's no
Mhm.
motion in the ocean. It just the boat
And
I
that's what
just
I'm
sink with
saying.
the
No
anchor. The
motion
anchor
in
And
just
the
a
that's
ocean.
sit
not
down
Eh?
some.
and that's not really about size either, because some men them who are not even that big can still know how to use their thing, and that's why women love them. It's not because you understand. Like,
That's
come
true.
on, guys.
It's not
Just
just the
saying.
size though. It's not just size. It's how you work
That's what
the
I'm
boat.
saying. It's how you use it. You can't just have the tool and you can't use it. It doesn't make sense to have a big tool and you can't use it.
Well, that's what we always say
No,
now about
true.
like these handymans or like these home renovation people. All of them have some big tools and still don't know what them I do with the work. So
That's,
like, oh no.
that's what
How
I'm
you expect
saying.
that
You're
man
saying
to
everybody
have a
have the
big
hammer,
tool in
but
the bedroom and don't
you're
know how
saying
to
everybody
work
have the
it?
hammer, but they don't know how to nail it, eh?
Ah, okay.
Exactly.
No, Zine.
I don't
Oh,
know.
and
I
women.
think
Oh,
that's
wait.
that's
And
a
some
big deal
women don't
breaker.
know how to use theirs either.
Oh, that's true. Some of them are going like their material, their tool is like well good. Enough
Mm-hmm.
ladies are going, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Enough man both ends.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I have to tell you, you don't know how to use your tool at
That's what I'm saying, because
all.
they think just because they have it, they just can lay there and that's it. Oh, you're lucky. Look at you. You're getting this. No. What else can you do? What else is gonna get him going?
Mm-hmm.
Aside, like it's
It's
like
that
that's the
connection.
cherry,
That's
but
what it is. You're right with the lazy lover because you're not making that true connection now of
that's
being a
right.
lover with your partner.
That's
I believe.
absolutely right. It's
Yeah.
all about connection, vibes, and connection forever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No doubt. No doubt.
Hmm.
No doubt. No doubt indeed. Mm-hmm. Well,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh no, but Rastafari, for me now too, our next deal breaker is a
How's
lady
that?
that does not know how to hold herself with class out in public.
Oh, you see, or you mean like they're going
Okay.
like ratchet and all that shit?
Or
Ratchet. I
even
don't like
like too
ratchet.
extra and too big, like nobody can talk to them, like pull them off
Mm-hmm.
to the side in any way, or just being like, like,
They're the
you
shit.
know, it's all right, yeah.
Okay, so
Um,
listen.
and it's
I
also the same thing with dudes too as well.
Yeah, and honestly, it's just a respect thing. It's not really about a gender thing. As far as I'm concerned, you can compliment me without making me feel away. Or if you're asking me for my number and I say no, like why do you need to pop off like I just shot you with a gun? I'm just saying no because I'm not interested because I don't want to.
Some
You know what I
can't.
mean? But
Some
but
can't
on the flip
reject.
side, some chicks are brawling and you try to talk to them and because they're in front of their friends, they want to talk to you like you're shit. And
Some
that ain't cool either.
some of them can't
So,
rejection.
yeah. But then they want to act like they're shit because they're rejecting you. Oh, not interested
Yeah,
in
enough
you.
ladies love to play off like, yeah, I rejected this dude here today and this dude here and this dude. Like, okay, what award do you really want, knowing that like you're rejecting dudes that just giving you a compliment? Like,
Right.
So it goes off, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what it is too, because you're complimenting them, they automatically think that you're trying to be with them.
you want it. Yo, the way with me, if I say like, yo, I'll walk by a lady and they be like stopping, wondering, oh, how come I haven't still like, I'd be like, you have nice hair. And they stop to realize like I'm not trying to like talk to them. I just kept on moving.
Yeah.
Well, hey,
Yeah.
man. We were
I've done the
Just
same.
that.
I've seen guys on the street and I like how they look and I'd be like, oh, like I really like your whatever, and they're like, oh, thanks, and that's it. I keep it pushing. That's all it is. It was
Yeah,
just a compliment. I recognize something nice. I do the same with girls. You know.
exactly. But some people just feel like, oh, that's like somebody trying to like, oh, push in or something like that automatically. And it's like, nope, not everybody's like that. Sorry. Definitely not me though. So
Yeah.
keep that energy.
well.
What else is like another deal breaker for y'all, man? Like, come on
Well,
now. I know there's enough
Valentine's
out there.
Day. Well, yesterday was Valentine's Day, so what was the deal breaker there?
Oh, good Lord. Let's not even try. No,
So firstly, I
seriously.
don't celebrate. I don't
Yeah,
celebrate the day. But I
I
went to
don't
my
celebrate propaganda.
yeah, I just visited a
But
friend
you
and
know the ironic part though, what I found out about Valentine's Day, it's some bloody things and all of that.
yeah.
Yeah,
I know. That's why I said I don't celebrate.
I
I'm
don't
like,
like
oh,
encourage it whatsoever. Like, if you're saying that you love somebody, no matter who it is in your life, you're
yeah,
not taking that one day out just to show them how much you care. You're trying to do that all the time.
Yeah,
yeah, boy.
love is a daily thing. Love has nothing to do with just one day. It doesn't matter. That's why I'm like, it doesn't matter. Like, it's just another
Like the
day.
days that actually should important in regards to like love is like, okay, the first day that we met, you celebrate those years afterwards, like your first kiss or like your marriage, you know what
Yeah,
I mean, or like your first date. Like those are things that I believe that you should be really like celebrating in regards in about love, not
Hmm.
this like monopolizing economic things so that businesses can make money about celebrating love. That's
Hmm.
basically what I find it as.
an-
So I
another
don't get into none of this like
another
propaganda
pagan
bullshit
holiday.
of
You're
it.
saying
Huh?
another pagan holiday. You're saying.
That's all it is. It's literally just trying to get people to put out their money and showing off, well, I got this for my
Oh
partner,
yeah,
I did that
roses
for my
and
partner.
chocolates
You know what I
and
mean?
all
And
that
like
wonderful
it's all
stuff.
about like a competition thing for like, well, look what my man did for me.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next lady's gonna be like, oh well, I'm in my feelings because look what my friend's man did for her, and my man.
So,
Oh my
so
yes,
pretty
I
much,
just
so pretty
sit
much,
down.
y'all are saying that
I sit
it's
down
like
and relax
it's a
like it's just
bragging right.
another day.
So it's like a bragging rights kind of thing
Of
about.
course it is. What do you mean? What are you
That's
looking at? What
all
did you
it's
see on
been,
your
brother.
feed? What are you seeing on your feed on Instagram? Is bare people sharing all their roses and their chocolates
All
and
right,
their
but
teddy
check this out.
bears and
Check
their
this out though. I said this before to certain people, right? Nothing wrong with the flowers still, but this is my motto about the flowers though. The flowers them die, don't they? They eventually
true.
die. So
Absolutely.
the prices for the flower them, bomba clot. Yo, for
Expensive.
one day, for just to say, here you go. You know what I mean? But like to me, it's like this. Yeah, okay. If you want to celebrate, okay, yeah, you want to celebrate, but you don't need roses. You know what I'm saying?
No, man. There's so much other things you could do still.
No,
And
no.
then I'm
It's
saying,
to
like,
me.
too, I literally, as I said, it's all literally an economic, like, game thing. Because think about it right now where we are in Canada. What part of February are flowers even growing outdoors right now?
Not
So it's
a blood
literally
clot.
That's why it's a big money thing here.
like,
You know,
thank you. So
deep.
that the florist businesses
Okay,
all
but don't
can
we already
thrive,
know
man.
this? Don't we already know this about every single holiday? Every single major holiday is about propaganda and money and how much
Yeah.
money them can make.
It's all even the
Yeah,
same
man.
thing right now with all
All
of
about
this Black
easy.
History Month. Like, this is the next thing why I love that video that Morgan Freeman said that it's ridiculous.
Black
Because it's
history.
literally just a
Oh my
money
gosh.
thing right now. All
That's all
you're
it is.
seeing is pure companies saying, well, we celebrate Black history. So this now plays into the minds of
Celebrate
our
Black
people
history.
to want to invest into these companies that really don't give a damn about us, but they're taking our money anyways because they're advertising celebrating Black History Month.
That's right. That's right.
Seeing. I see.
Really? And then it's the same thing now when it comes
Unfortunate,
out
but
to
true.
Pride Month. They jump all over the damn confused people them right now on Pride Month because them idiot them now, they well invest into more and billions more money into it than what we do for Black History Month. That's why they get to run around and do all them things there because they're investing way more into all of these businesses and the banks than what we do.
Yeah. That's right. It's because it's about profitability and what sells and what's going to make the money. Absolutely.
It's
This is all about marketing and and just saying, yeah.
say about Black
Crazy.
history, they talk about the heroes and all of that and everything, but for the whole entire fucking year, right? There's school, right? And they be talking about this and that to learn, right? Right?
Yeah.
Wait for it here now. Now, let me get to the inventors and all of that now. Now, do they teach that in school? Do they teach who invented this and that, the real inventors in school?
Not
Of course not. Because
Huh? No.
Not
No, they don't. They don't talk about that. And and check it out. It doesn't take February to talk about it neither. It's school.
Absolutely.
It's supposed to be what history class? There's something called history class, right? Okay, so we don't need February to wait for that, right?
Exactly. It should be year round. It's world.
But
history,
unfortunately, that is not how the program and the system is designed, my friends.
Of course
no,
not.
we know that already.
Right.
And we see
So-
already right through it that's
why I get
is
pissed
designed
off
to do
when Black History Month come on and all of that, and they talk about the same, but they don't want to talk about the one them who invented a lot of things what we are using today. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. They don't want us to know because even back in the day, remember now, a lot of the inventors were not allowed to have the rights to get a patent.
Yes. And then after once that happened, guess what? They go, since it's not patent, we're gonna take that idea and we're gonna
exactly.
Go.
The families that got the patent.
Them boys don't know nothing about that. You know
exactly.
what I mean?
It's the families that everybody's talking about that got the patents and actually got the ownership now of these patents are the wealthiest families out there right now, yo.
Oh, of course.
Straight. That's for sure. Man.
If you want to break down the uncouth truth about all of these wealthiest damn bullshit families about how they got their wealth, yeah, they stole and took patents from the actual true inventors and those families.
I see.
Just like they've been stealing everything else.
Oh
Right.
yeah, it still continues to this day.
Yeah, to this day.
Yeah,
To
damn.
this day. To this day.
Day.
To this
All
day.
right.
So, I want to talk a little bit about something a little bit more serious.
Go ahead.
The past week, there was a car accident in Brampton.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Beauvert and Chincoosy last Wednesday.
All
That's
right.
near where my brothers them live.
Would have been around the 7th. So 3 young men got into a car, and for some reason, unknown reason, they were speeding. Like
Beauvert and Chincoosy area?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that definitely lets you know they don't have no sense about where they are on the road.
Exactly.
Nope.
Okay.
All 3 very young men in their early 20s. All 3 did not make it.
Oh man.
One of them was a client at the place I work.
Oh no.
Once I saw the picture, I knew right away who he was.
Wow.
The second piece of bad news this week was another client that used to come to where I work right now.
Yeah.
Was a regular for years. Everybody knew him. Very much, confident, a little conceited, cocky, always coming in to get his hair done and, getting his nails done, always about the upkeep,
Okay. All right.
Player, but, fully had a wife and family, but anyways, fast forward to Wednesday, yesterday. So a week after these kids passed away, I find out yesterday that he committed suicide.
Lord gosh.
Yeah, his wife called into my work and told the manager, because we all know the family.
Yeah.
And the story goes is that he lost about $1.5 million.
Okay.
I believe to some shady people.
Ooh.
Whoa.
And I believe he didn't feel like he could recover. This was someone who always had money in his hand, always a wad of cash. Every time he went, he had to pay for a service. Wad of cash. So always had money. So he lost that money. And I guess for whatever reason, he didn't feel like he could continue, and that was it.
You gambled too big.
It's just
when a man gambles, a man realizes too many times a man will be in himself in regards to like his lifestyle, and then he will take a risk thinking that it's not really a big risk that will jeopardize a lot of like what he's actually accomplished, but in the end it actually does.
Yes.
So when they say like when you're going forward to take little steps, don't try to like always jump with the risks. If your risks are going to be little steps, then take the little risks. Then at least you're still moving in the right direction without taking such a big loss.
That's right. Work smarter. Work smart. Yeah.
So
don't make your life hard for nothing. If the consequences, if the consequences outweigh the benefits of what you're about to do, what you're going to do, if you stand to lose more than you'll gain in the end, why do it?
A wise man always said, it's harder to climb a mountain, but it's easy to go down its slope.
Yeah, true that. So true.
You have to be careful when you're trying to like get up that mountain, bro.
But you know what? I believe also that when you make certain choices in life and things like that happen, as long as you have your life and your health, you know that you can at least do something to try to gain something back.
Yeah,
You know,
like you
you
can
can,
go back
you
to the
know, you
beginning and
gotta,
start all over.
what is it? What's the other song? Aaliyah sang, if at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again.
Try again. Well,
Right?
it's also the same thing that I've always believed in. It's like you can never go back to the beginning of time and start all over, but you can definitely change the way how the ending is going to be, even though the
Yep.
outcome may not look as great as what you're seeing it for now. So why
Or,
not start
or,
on getting
or
that ending to change now?
Right. Or maybe you lost everything. Maybe it took you years to get to where you were at and you lost everything. But guess what? You can do it again. If you did it once, why can't you do it again?
Or you can do something else altogether. This is now
That's
probably
it.
your opportunity now to like have that change in life where it's like, all right, here's a path that I can go with here with right now. A lot of
Right.
people do get stuck, and it's a good topic that we're on right now. That people, when they hit a rock bottom or something like that, and want to get to like that part, because I've been there. I've had like my situations of depression, and I would
Me too.
definitely admit it. I went to that dark side where, yeah, I wanted to go,
That's
and
what I was, that's exactly what I'm saying. But the difference between the thinking in your head and actually, like, actually moving in motion with action to do it,
yeah,
that
that's a
is a
different thing
whole
altogether.
other
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Because I think almost most people have thought about not being here for whatever reason, depending on what they've been through in their life. But what
exactly.
did they do? Did they do something as a result? Or was it something that was just the thought? Not everybody just does it.
Some things where I can definitely have to say it has to be also a deeper thought into it. Like you're looking at like how this is going to be affecting others around you, which
Yes.
will definitely impact it for you to make that decision to go ahead and do it or hold back.
And that's what I was thinking. His kids, his wife, like,
Mhm.
you
But
know, I don't
sometimes
know.
people allow like the materialistic wealth and all of that with money to outweigh how the family would still respond. Even if you were broke, will they still be there for you? Now that's also based on how you set up your relationship with people, besides how you're showing off, as you stated, always having money on you like that.
Yeah.
Because if you're now somebody that's always now paying people out, are you really being loved for who you are, or are you just being loved because you're paying out?
Yeah, for what he has. Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because
Yeah.
we do have a lifestyle out here of people where it's like, yes, there are some money makers out here, but then you also have like the leeches are around these money makers because they know that that person's always out there getting it. So let
Well,
me
you
be
know,
around them so I can get some business off
we
that
got a
person.
we got a comment from one of the viewers on IG here.
Okay.
Miss T Health Wellness says, when the path fails, be creative and make another path, another way of doing things.
Yeah,
Amen.
it's your
That's
chance
right.
right now. Like as I stated before, it's now your chance to like take a path in regards to like how you want to make the ending of your life.
Then
But
she
you know what?
then
The
she said,
connect.
not
Go ahead.
everyone meant to stay with us in our own journey.
That's
Very
true.
true. But here's the thing also that we need to understand is differentiation is faith. Faith and
Yeah.
belief that there is a creator above that has a better plan for us, though we may falter, though we may go through trials and tribulations. We know that this is a part of our life. That's why we were put here. We weren't put here for everything to go rosy. Some of us are going to lose a lot of motherfucking money in our life. But does that mean it's worth it to lose your soul? Because we all, I mean, I'm just saying, I mean, I ain't trying to get out of
Well,
hand, but you know.
I have to give it up to like a lot of people in my family around me, and even to my queen, my mother who gave birth to me on this planet right here.
Amen,
I've
mom.
seen that woman. I have to give it credit because I've seen that woman build an empire by herself, raising 4 kids on her own. And it came down to a crashing halt, and she adjusted and is living still good.
See?
She's all right. For 4 kids, them are still good. We're
Mm-hmm.
doing all right.
Mm-hmm.
And she's on now a different path where she's okay now with her life as it is. It may not be the big financial glamorous lifestyle that it was before, but as I've learned now too, not everything is going to last with you a lifetime. It's just only going to last with you a season. People, money, materialistic wealth, all of
This is
that stuff
something,
is
yes.
just around you just for a season, yo.
That's something, yes, I had to realize too and adjust to. I believe that's a part of the adulting. You know, when you're a child, it's different. When you're young, it's different. As you get older, everyone goes off on their own paths. And sometimes it's hard to accept because you're so used to, say, hanging with your boy all the time. That's your boy, you know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, your boy's getting married. He's got to get a baby coming, or he got a whole new career. He's no longer hanging out. Like,
the biggest key to all of this, but go on, Rastafari. What you gonna say?
Health wellness has a good deep things here saying there will always be people that want us to fail. Shine brighter, give them a good show.
good job. Thank you. I like that.
Yeah.
No,
That was nice.
What's totally inevitable
You're gonna
about
have to
all
get
of this
Miss
right
T
now? What's
Health
totally
Wellness in
inevitable?
here one of these days. She has some good thoughts, you know. Straight.
Not a problem.
Similar. What she's
Like,
saying is
you
basically
don't
don't let
have to change.
anyone dim your light.
Yes.
You who you are as a light does not have to change, but just understand that the world around you is changing.
Yeah.
So you may have to adapt, and that's what it comes down to is adapt.
Yes, adapt. But does not mean that you should change the core of who you are in that's right for not one motherfucker. Because who you are is what God created you to be. So you should not be changing that for nobody. Whatever you believe, whatever you was instilled in you between, you know, by your people, by your tribe, by your family. Never lose that. And that's the problem. They want us to lose that. Let's be clear. We're going to get shut down. But that's what they want.
Regardless of it, of course they want this shut down because they don't want people to have a mind of their own, which is what I've been raised up to have. That's what I will raise my son to have, is a mind of his own. As I tell my son all the time right now, I go, you're getting older right now and our quality time gets less and less.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I have to live with it because I want you to be a man that is happy with your happiness at the end of the day. You sleep peaceful at night with your decisions that you are making with your life. It's not about satisfying me.
Mm-hmm.
My job was to just see that you're happy with your life. That is my satisfaction.
Yes, and your job is also to teach him right from wrong. And from he knows right from wrong, all that you can do now is allow him to go out there. You're absolutely right. And that's the key. The key is to continue teaching our children right from wrong because they are blurring the lines. They want you to believe that right is wrong and wrong is right. And believe me, that's it no gusto.
Let me read the next thing.
Of course, that's definitely a gusto, yeah.
She says, be aware of your environment and people around you. Those that are miserable will want company. They will make you feel to dim your light or try to destroy your happiness to fit them.
And that is what I don't understand. That is not even just miserable people. That's a poison mind type of individual. Because honestly, for me, when I'm miserable, I don't want nobody blood clot around me.
Me too.
And I don't want to dim somebody's life because I'm miserable. Usually I'm telling
Exactly.
everybody straight up, like, you know what, just back off. Let me stay right here in my
Yeah.
damn dark ass corner or caveman, whatever it is, and let me start out my own sinting because honestly, you know what? This wrong you. Literally.
And she says, those that inspire to be successful will make your mind grow to be successful and expand your mind.
Well, definitely, yeah. You have to expand your mind. It's all about like changing and seeing the perspectives of what you've been indoctrinated to be seeing. That's why they say
That's
question
right.
everything. If you're not going to question everything that's out there, you're not going to change your perspectives. And I have this saying, until you change your perspective of what you've been indoctrinated with, you will not be blessed.
That's true. That is so true.
That's it. Plain and simple.
Mm-hmm.
You will not be blessed because the indoctrination that's going on out here where people are thinking that they're living their best lives, yet you're still not free. So how are you living your best life, but you're not free?
Good question.
I want to be free.
Here, she says,
Exactly.
just think of this. Everyone around you, would you allow them to row the boat with you to success?
Not all of them are going to be there with you to success to row the boat with you. Because what I find out with that is like every time you're climbing up the mountain, not everybody can actually deal with the altitude of the air when you're getting up there to that thinner air piece. Some people will say, you know what? I reached my distance right now. I reached my potential right now. So sometimes you literally may have, when you start off with a rowing crew, but ending up just being in a canoe by yourself. A road to success.
You may as well learn how to row by yourself because just in case people start falling off, that's what he's saying. Because listen to me, let's be real. People are flaky.
Mm-hmm.
So because people are flaky, and you gotta have like you gotta kind of like look at it like 50%, maybe 50% faith, 50% no faith, because you basically have to lower your expectations.
In a way, yeah. And also too, you also have to respect certain people's levels. Because maybe some people are not built to being ready for that level of where you're trying to reach to now. Remember, some people are only there to assist you to certain levels, and then you have to find your own way through up, continuing getting up to those levels that you are trying to
Provided
reach
that
yourself.
those people are even there to assist you to those levels.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what it is. They're there to assist you. They may not be there to stay with you the whole entire trip. So you have to know and understand the difference between somebody who's going to be there or someone who's there as an assistance, and still thank them though for that assistance along the way. Don't just step on them.
And I gotta get her in here, man. She's saying people are only flaky because they can't face their own self.
It's so true.
Good point.
Good point.
Anybody on the live on the IG wants to come in this, let me know, because I could give you the invite key.
That's
Ooh la la.
You know what it has me laughing, on a real next subject though, honestly. I know a lot of you guys may not been following so much of like, as I would say, financial literacy with our government. Okay. Now, what I mean by this is that when we say like using money smartly, right? Like where it could be put into like good use. Yeah. Now, as we all remember, during like the mandate lockdown bullshit, they had that stupid thing called Arrive Can for the people traveling and all that, right?
Yes.
All right. Now, the Trudeau government, the Liberal government, is trying to say that that app was a cost of $60 million. An app, Bridget. Now, I can go to a friggin' next door, like, Asian dude, Indian type of person, And an app to be created is not even be anywhere near them type of dollars there. So where the hell are you coming up with these numbers that are charging Canadian taxpayers right now for saying that for an app is $60 blood clot million?
Shit.
Cash, it was just a grab, honey. Just a scam and grab. You know that.
I already exactly, but I'm like sitting here like people are talking about, well, we need to have better like financial literacy and all this stuff. And I'm laughing where it's like, how are we talking about this? But we have a bunch of goons and idiots up there in whatever Parliament, House of Commons, whatever name you guys want to have it up in there. And can't even manage money properly at all. But you're trying to tell us to manage our money properly with the banks and with debt, with mortgages and all that shit.
Yeah.
That she says that's what we get from a former drama teacher. Oh boy! Wow,
he wasn't even good at acting. I don't even know why we're even talking about this. Like he's like the worst. He's the worst at everything.
This man can never answer any question.
The only thing he's good at being is a spoiled rich boy. That's about all he's good at.
And he's gonna tell me how to live life when you had your life spoiled, Aya? What do you know about Canadians, bro? Is my question.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Trust me, I'm still waiting to this day. Let's do it again to this day.
To this day.
This guy is like too much, man.
Yeah, he grinds.
I don't know. Like, it's just funny. But even me just now, I don't know. Let's get back now to the music part now, because I know that we were also having
MCs and rappers.
But it's not even just that. On the music part, I'm noticing. You never notice now, because I'm a 49ers fan, so I of course was paying attention a bit to the football
Kansas
game,
City.
of course, to see what's going on. All right.
Yeah.
But now with the music part, where Usher did the halftime show, as we all know.
Right.
Is it just me, or is everybody noticing like how all the radio stations and everything now is like been pushing up all of like Usher's music, and the streaming of Usher now is gone like ballistic around my earlobes? Like,
yeah.
The Usher hits are all come out now again.
Yeah. Of course.
Is it coincidence?
Well, is it really? Because I mean, every Super Bowl, whichever artist is performing, they do get major push. Like when Beyonce performed, she got pushed pre and post Super Bowl. You know, it's all, and not just that. Usher just dropped an album.
Oh, he did. Yes, that's true.
Right, and he also just got married.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's got a whole life.
Just announced also his tour too as well.
Yeah, so I think with all that stuff as well, you know,
this man lined it all up to make sure it coincide with like the biggest like television.
He's my birthday twin. He's my birthday twin.
So you're definitely
game recognized game, baby. Game recognized game. I tell you, I love how he did it. Listen, he is smooth with it, Usher. Let me tell you. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, man.
Smooth, all right.
That nigga.
Smooth, all right. Mm-hmm. I wonder what Swiss Beats had to say about that smoothness.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he was smooth with Alicia, wasn't he?
That is one dude right now from ever since he was a youngin'. Where it's like, yo, I will take your gal away from you.
Yeah. He's the original Mr. Steal Your Girl, okay?
All right. Like, I have to give that dude that credit, right? That's it. He is definitely.
I've been loving Usher.
Yeah, man. We just like kick off that. If she ever try, come back. She bright. That's all I can say. She bright.
All right, rappers and MCs, what's popping?
Tell me.
Right now, for me, I'm loving the Benny Butcher album. It is guanin for me. That out, that track that he has right now with Jadakiss, Pillow, and Slander Talk, bro. Both Jada and him dropped like some real life bars on that shit right. That's a yo, like
Looks like I have to listen to it tonight.
I'm telling you, everybody can't go. True facts. It was the same thing that we're talking about, like in going up the mountain or like everybody on the rowboat. Not everybody can go with you where you're going. Your journey will definitely be solo.
Of course.
You may have support along the way, but it's your journey is what I'm trying to like make people understand. And that's what I try to show to my son. Like, I will be there for the support and like what you were telling me to make sure with our kids, showing them right from wrong. Yeah, I'll be there in that way, but this is your journey.
We all have our own. We all have our own lives. Yeah, our own lives, our own paths. Absolutely.
Not what I want for you. This is your happiness, your journey.
But our responsibility and duty as parents is to set them up so that they are hopefully going in the right direction.
That's all you can help for.
That's it.
Yeah.
And that's really all I want. I'm not saying that, it's gotta be like perfect, that how his life goes. But I do want it to be better than mine was. And that, don't we all want that? And our parents wanted that for us.
Of course.
So once I know that I did everything in my power to give him what he needs to continue in the best possible path, then I can rest.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to say that I can actually get to rest because I realize in life, if you're really trying to be the best at whatever it is that you're trying to be at, even with yourself, you're going to have challenges.
No. What I mean by rest is once he's a big man, I don't no longer have control.
Yeah.
So at that point, all I can do is rest in the knowledge of what I could do to help him.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
That's what it is. Yeah, definitely like that. Yeah. Because I already know it. Like even for anybody that I've studied of the greats, as they would say, and I mean greats that never needed a trophy to tell them that they were great, because that's what greatness is. Trophies actually need greatness to actually be recognized. But with the greatness of people that I've realized, no matter what it is, they all had like these serious challenges to like overcome to become great. Yeah. So we do not think that this life is going to be an easy road.
That's right.
That's what you're trying to achieve in regards to greatness, because you're going to get that challenge.
Never greatness. Greatness does not come without struggle.
Bro, you're going to get multiple testing. What you see how these kids will complain about, like, well, I got this exam and then I got that exam, or like I got this like serious like paperwork to hand in and all that. Wait till life one test you how you can be the best.
Been there, done that. You don't know nothing yet.
Well, Miss T Health Wellness has two comments here. She says guiding them to make the right choices make the right choices to choice method works with end results. And then she says children growing up should be confident in making the right choices and understanding what a choice can change your path.
Yep. And I agree with it, because I show that with my son. I go, you're going to have to live with the choices that you make in life. Some of them are going to be success. Others are going to be failures, but you have to live with that choice.
And same thing with mine. I've explained the same for sure. I've explained that life is about choices. That's what life is choices. And depending on the choices you make, those choices will determine the path in which you travel down. That's what it is.
That's why it's better to be a leader than a follower.
That's exactly. And more importantly, to be a self-leader and a self-lover. These are the two things I think are most important.
That's right.
The thing about it being a leader is that you have to at least learn from a good leader, because you can be
Yeah.
a bad leader.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're a bad leader, you're then a boss. You're not a leader, because that's the
Right.
difference between a leader and a boss. A boss is trying to tell you how to run things. A leader is going to show you how to be a leader yourself. And then you run things now yourself.
That's right. Yeah, a leader wants to pass on that responsibility or that position, but a boss just wants to run everybody forever. They don't want nobody to take their place.
His place.
Well, she says, some adults in this world need to be reminded of this lesson.
Man, we're gonna have to bring her on to the show, yo.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. She's
yep.
definitely deep. For sure.
These are definitely the people for it.
Have participation. You know what I mean? Opens up more conversation.
I definitely love.
Did you just rhyme? Was that what you just did?
I did.
Are you a poet? Did you know it?
Oh, I didn't throw it. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, when I participate in another rhyming, timing, blinding game, not gonna run with. All right.
It says, true that leader will lead to greatness.
Yeah. I've been blessed where I know that I'm actually been a great leader, because when I was working within the school board, I already knew that I was a good leader, because when I worked inside the school board, I was a teacher's assistant for a couple of years, but I was also like a basketball coach, athletic coach as well.
More than a leader, man. You're a role model.
Nah, I hate that term, honestly. Role model thing is not for me, because a leader is not somebody that wants somebody to follow after how I'm doing something.
Yeah, but
that's what a role model is, where people are taking after what you're doing.
Yeah, but role models don't choose to be role models. They don't choose to be role models. They never do. People
listen, I used to do the same. I used to teach as well. Teach kids. I was a TA in school for grade 2, grade 4. I taught dance. I know what you're talking about. I put together talent shows.
Now, and they're like thanking me for like showing them like certain life things and all that. They're like,
isn't that nice? It's great when you can get that type of recognition. I mean, you're not looking for the recognition, but it's not about recognition. What it is about is just knowing that you did something good in the world. This is about you depositing good seeds into the younger generation. And those seeds, I promise you, when you do that, those kids don't forget. And that's why I understand what you're saying, because I bucked some kids that I used to teach. So when they see you, it's like everything that they remember that you said to them comes back to them. And all they feel is appreciation for you.
You're part of their growing pains.
Yeah, you're a part of their life. You're a part of, there's certain teachers I'm sure you guys can remember, or people in your life who were like maybe coaches or whoever that was in your life.
Let me tell you this right now. This is like what my father said. He goes, in your life, you're going to come across many teachers, but you'll come across few educators.
Yes.
And that stuck with me. Now, the educators are the ones that helped you with a certain life lessons that has stayed with you. And now when you look back at them, you're like, thank you. And that's what I realized when I did the impact of like working with these kids and all that, was that there was something I told them or whatever I said to them that was like a life lesson. And now, as like what she said, when you planted the seed, they're now a strong tree out here in this community.
See?
Building that beautiful forest. You
Hello.
Know what I mean?
Did you hear what Rastafari said? That's a role model.
I
you didn't choose it. It is what it is. You did. That's what it is,
man. It is what it is.
But I set no rule for nobody.
Stop it. Just stop it. Stop your knife. Stop it.
There's another thing. There's another saying for me. Ones who don't choose to lead are the best leaders. They're not going for the glory and all of that, and they don't want to control people and all of that. They just want to get the job done. And meanwhile, the leader who wants the glory and all of that, they're looking upon him like, you know what? We want that guy to lead. You get what I'm saying? Because you in for too much for the glory and all of this shit and the credibility. But meanwhile, he just wants to get the shit done. You get what
That's
I
all
mean?
that business about seeing, yo. Like at the end of the day, it's a as like what we all say, like we all have a purpose to fulfill out here in this world, right? So for me now, my purpose that is it's work. I'm gonna want my work done.
Yeah. Well, it's almost like
The
me, man.
hell do you think
It's like this.
I don't want to be working a lifetime. I want to retire.
It's like this, man. It's almost like with me, man. Like I don't choose to lead. I just know what the fuck I'm doing and shit. People just choose to follow. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean?
And that's
But
the next
at the
thing
same
now
time,
too. I don't even want like
that's
that. I won't even lie to you guys. I cut down on my followers sometimes because as me now, as I said, as being a leader, I don't want too many followers, yo.
But don't get it
lead.
twisted though. Don't get it twisted though. Once you are a leader, right? And you know you're a leader, know how to lead. And if you don't know how to lead, you let the peeps know, yo, I'm leading you, but yo, certain places you might not be able to go where I'm going because I'm just letting you know straight. You know what I mean? Like you're choosing to follow me, but like I'm still my own person. You know? You get
Go
me?
ahead, Rito. What do you think, though? Rita? Or did she freeze out?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Let me see something here. We might have lost her. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, it looks like she kind of like froze there, yo.
Hold on. I don't know what happened.
Literally right when we're getting to like a good hour of good conversation.
Okay, let me see something. Let me remove her for now, and maybe she'll come back. Let me see. Anything? No. Nope. She has to come back on her own.
Yeah. All right then. Cool.
Maybe her power went out on her side there. You know what I mean? But yeah, I got more comments here from one here from Homeboy Clothing. There's only a few kids in any community will listen to these new breed of kids. They don't listen to older heads, and nor they will own parents that goes or in school. Then after I got Miss T Wellness, she be saying in life you will remember what inspires you and what hurts you. Remember the lessons in life, regardless of good or bad, and use them as stepping stones to rise to be the best you.
I agree with her, man. Definitely. Salute to that Empress always for those comments and everybody else that commented as well on the show here.
Oh
Because
yeah,
it's
man! Like
definitely great to get that
I love
interaction.
the interactiveness. You know what I'm saying?
Man, me too.
On the real, like I that's why I had to read the comments. You know what I'm saying? And
No, it makes sense, my brother, because as I always say, like I don't want to be somebody that stopped learning. As that's just what it is with me in life. Like when I can sit down and have a discussion with people and understand like their perspective or how they're seeing things about like life and their vision.
Yes.
It definitely is going to definitely broaden mine to saying like, okay, I can now see why you're seeing things that way. I may not agree with it, but I now understand why you're seeing things that way. And now that will make me now re-examine or rethink how I'm seeing things about certain things now too as well.
Yeah.
Because if it's affecting now somebody now this way, how could it may not affect somebody in my own community, much less myself down the road that way now?
The Homeboy Clothing saying, my bad, missing words. These kids don't listening to older people's knowledge.
You know why? And I agree with Homeboy Clothing because you know what it is? They have this saying right now that old ways don't open new doors, right? Now, I have a counteraction for all of that type of saying right there. How many of these new doors that these people went into can they walk back through backwards and try to like start all over because now you're in the new way.
Got a point there. Yeah, you do.
All right.
Yeah, man. We got to get some peoples on this show. Like, sometimes like I love reading the comments and all that. But next time I'll probably put the invite key. You know what I'm saying? Or hopefully I could,
Definitely, or even like on the IG, we'll
no, what
definitely
I could
get them,
do is
like
you see,
add them up
see
on
the
like the live on the
no, you see
IG.
the banner down there. I could put
Yeah.
the thing down there, and they could see it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
like
Or
where to go to
whatnot.
like sign in. Yeah, we can
and
definitely
and then
do
after
that.
I could put it up on the IG if I can as well. Oh, I got another comment here from Miss T Health Wellness. Kids
Yeah.
these days are on screen too much. Instant gratification and stipulation of the brain produces bad behaviors and social skills lacking.
I agree with her, and she's totally right, because the way I think, and we said this before, the way how parenting has gone off now, where these kids are being passed off onto tablets,
Yeah.
TV,
Yeah.
the phone,
Mhm.
instead of like, I remember when we were growing up, we didn't have them in such abundance as it is today.
I see.
Remember now, when we were growing up, I remember having a 1 RCA television.
Yeah.
And then, lucky enough, later on down the years, I had a rotary dial television to play my Atari or little Nintendo on.
Z.
All right. Attached to a cord, so you couldn't be that far away from playing in regards to your gaming. But now also too, as much as we had the video games though, which was a new wave coming in of the digital stuff, we were still outside looking for one another to go play.
Oh, that's right. True.
These kids now don't go outside as much, wanting to go play. We do this to our kids when they're infants and toddlers. But the minute now where they become a bit more active, we put them automatically straight into sports or whatever activity it is for like girls, like dancing, all of that stuff, to making sure that they're getting all of that out, but not outside with friends.
I got another comment. Back in the day, it was a video games, but we had pagers. I remember the pager, man. I went through a few of those back in the day. Man, I got 2 decades of different technology.
Brethren, I think that I went through almost all of the type of pages that ever came out.
Same here, man.
I even remember being suspended from school because of having a pager and all that, because those were banned, as much as even wearing like basketball shoes.
Hold on a second.
Or even all black running shoes.
You had the pager up on ringer, guy. You didn't have it on like vibration.
Even if I had it on vibrate, the schools that I went to
or you had it on
high school.
Low.
Remember now, I had to be at a Catholic high school where your dress shirt must be like tucked in.
Same here. Oh man, you don't want to see how I did it, guy. I was like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air in mine, the tie all the way down here, so wearing the Doc Martens and the sitting in there, so I was like the Fresh Prince in my school. I didn't give a fuck. I was in you. The point is, I'm in uniform. You know what I'm saying?
I was in uniform, but I wasn't trying to stay completely all in uniform. Not really completely all in uniform.
Man.
I was pushing the buttons all the time with like trying to wear black running shoes, whatever it was, the school, I could not stand that rule of like you had to wear dress shoes all the time. I'm like,
screw that, man. Them dress shoes hurt my feet,
Exactly, brother. I'm
all
a
day
guy,
in high school.
I'm a young guy that's an athlete that's running up and down doing volleyball, basketball, whatever sports it was during high school years, and you want me to be walking up and down through the school hallways wearing a friggin' goddamn like dress shoes that's gonna be killing my ankles and lower back, walking up and yo, Britt, get the hell out of here with that shit, yo.
Got more comments here. Homeboy Clothing saying, I seen kids in a wreck not playing ball or making crafts or out playing tag. Once these Apple Android came into play over. And Miss what was she saying? Miss we didn't even need a watch when the streets lights go on. Get your ass home. And then after Homeboy Clothing, game over. The city stopped certain funding for these kids for Rex.
Yeah, completely. Like, what is a rec center now these days? Literally.
Rec center.
Remember, you used to be able to go to a rec center when you were a youth. I remember the Boys and Girls Club out in Scarborough, there out in Galloway. I would be able to go there after school. And remember now, too, I was traveling, going to school in Mississauga, and then living out in Scarborough, Galloway.
Mm-hmm.
And then going to the Boys and Girls Club there to go play ball afterwards. Because these dudes were thinking that, oh, well, if you're not really playing ball for a city high school, you can't play ball. So, of course, I had to, like, show face and, like, handle these brothers. But anyhow,
okay,
back to our subject about these rec centers. Kids will be able to be going there, and parents understood that that's where the kids were going to being creative, let out their energy with sports, all of that type of stuff.
And learn something.
You know what I mean? And learn something. And yes, they were learning technology, but it's different now where they're using technology instead of these kids learning technology.
True.
You see, that's like the major difference I'm finding out completely with it. Rec centers now, your kids can't even go there just to hang out now. Because why? It costs now. There was government funding or whatever it was in regards to rec centers and all that. Now, parents and anybody else are like paying out of the wazoo to keep a rec center open for like programs, like rep programs, dance programs for girls, or how many craft programs are you seeing inside a rec center today out there in the GTA?
I don't know. Artificial intelligence.
How many creative arts?
With the Industrial Revolution.
How much creative arts programs are being done now inside a rec center? Remember how back in the day you could all even do what was like the clay and start like making bowls or certain things and all that. Where all that then?
All that funding is, I don't know, man. Like, I couldn't tell you, man. I could not tell you.
Reggie, when they stopped doing funding for, listen, our government has stopped funding towards kids when we were in school, because think about it. We used to have high schools that all had football programs. All the high schools used to have football programs. How many high schools can you name have football programs, bro? And we're supposed to be like supporting and like making sure that we're trying to keep a CFL program alive here. When you look at the United States right now, and all of those high schools, much less colleges, are making sure that football is still guanin', yo.
I don't know, man. Here's
our government does not support in regards to like our kids' creative imagination or even all that much into sports unless it's hockey and certain baseball. And once they finally only get recognized by the American people mostly, is when they want to start now putting in the funding and say, oh, he's Canadian. Oh, he's Canadian. Oh, they're Canadian. But where was Canada and this government or anybody of these like businesses sponsoring this person coming up from the get-go? True.
That. Let me just do one adjustment here. We have to be soon coming to a conclusion to this episode.
Yeah, man.
You don't know.
Like, think about it too as I get onto that point. Think about it right now. How many of like our artists, unless they got recognized big time by the US record companies and the fan base out there in the States giving them like props.
Yeah.
They started to say now, oh, he's good. She's good.
It's true. You hear me?
Yeah, I definitely hear you loud and clear, brother.
Yeah, man.
So
Just up in the studio
to
here.
me right now, a lot of this stuff is just a joke, but who am I? I'm just, the guy they call impenetrable to all like this bullshit that's going on. That's just the guy right over here.
We just be doing the uncouth truth here, no, man. But Rita Pearl got a little, technical difficulties, but she will be back for the next episode on the
Yes.
truth.
Shout out to my sponsor,
Impenetrable.
definitely Bonnie Fox, for my definitely shades and glasses.
Yeah,
I know it's gonna
right.
maybe hard for people, but yeah, boy.
Yeah, done.
Sometimes when you just can't come out there too raga for these people because they can't deal with the uncouth truth being raga like that.
For
So
sure,
let me just show some maturity with the glasses and show you some sophistication along with that truth.
Please.
Now. All right.
Don't know, man. Don't know. But yo,
But
please
shout out again, down to earth. Thank you again.
Yes, please subscribe to all the channels you don't know, and we do appreciate all the guests, all the comments, and everything. You know what I mean? Straight up, we hope to have them all on the show next time. You know what I mean? We really bless everybody for tuning in. We all about a win. Yes, tune in for next time. Down to Earth Podcast. You don't know the uncouth truth, live and direct. This is the Rastafari Samurai, never leaving you dry in your eye. I approve this message.
Nation. Wow.
Don't know. Yeah, man.
Bless.